Welcome back to another episode of Goat Worthy Reactions, where we mainly like to focus on the goats on this channel. And today we're dealing with some big old Billy Goats, man. We got Guns N' Roses. Last time I reacted to Guns N' Roses, we did November Rain. So today we got Welcome to the Jungle. Now, my boy who sent me this, he put in a special request. Some of the people in the chat were telling me, I know this song. Once I hear it, you're going to know it. I said, okay, cool. Most likely, I've never sat with it because I don't really know any Guns N' Roses songs. So if it is them, I wouldn't have known. But when it comes to rock, growing up, I've never actually sat down and listened to any rock song. So even if I've heard it's like We Are the Champions by Queen, when I heard that for the first time, I realized I've heard that before, right? Not the song in its totality, but I've heard it maybe in movies. So I'm told that this is like one of those that they use in movies a lot. So let's get into it. I'm just happy to dive into the lyrics and really like find out like what's the meaning of it, but how I would resonate to it. That's really what my rock journey is really about. It's not about, oh, this is my first time reaction, listen to the Guns N' Roses. Like I'm sure that some of these guys are so popular, I had to have heard them, along the ways, even if you ignore music, entirely. So I'm just more curious about the actual purpose of why the artist wrote the song. So anyways, if you want to join my journey, sign up for the Patreon. Today I'm doing an entire rock journey. And if you guys want me to go deeper into Guns N' Roses, let me know and I'll start the journey on there as well. But let's get into this one, man. We got Welcome to the Jungle. This is the music video. I got the lyrics pulled up to the side just so I can dive a little deeper into the lyrics. And let's get it. Uh-oh. Oh my God. Let's go. Look at my boy. That's Axel, right? Look at this guy. Oh. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. How do we know the names? We are the people that can find whatever you may need. If you got the money, honey, we got your disease. Wow. Welcome to the jungle. Slash. What is it? Very hard to believe. You can taste the bright lights, but you won't get them for free. In the jungle, welcome to the jungle. Feel my serpentine. I wanna hear you scream. There go my boy. Is he saying knees? I'm gonna watch you bleed. Damn. This is, funny thing is, this is actually reminding me a little bit of, the energy's way different. The energy's way different, but this is hella reminding me of Hotel California for some reason. Just like the way he's depicting what the jungle is, kind of reminds me of how Eagles depicted what Hotel California was. Kind of left it open for interpretation, but also there was like a spiritual connection, there was a Hollywood connection, and there was just like a drug addiction connection. And I feel like this is kind of the same thing. I feel like Eagles were a little more on the warning sign, like warning the folks more from the inside. They're also somewhat warning the folks from the inside, but also they sound like participants, so it's a little different. Or he could be taking the voice of someone, whoever's throwing the party in the jungle. I mean, I'm from New York City, where we call that the concrete jungle, and it's hard to survive. And there's drug addicts, there's money there, there's a lot of things, materialistic things that we value, and and people die and people kill over it. So a lot of people self-destruct because they're just chasing these things, over and over, chasing the dream, chasing the money, chasing the women. It's crazy, but I gotta run this back a little bit, because as chaotic and crazy as this song sounds, it's actually pretty deep as far as like the lyrics go. So I gotta run it back. My boy Slash.
Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want. How do we know the names? We are the people that can find whatever you may need.
Hey.
If you got the money, honey, we got your disease in the jungle.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Interesting that he says if you got money, honey, we got your disease. Funny that he doesn't say like we got the cure. He says we got the disease, which means they're kind of they're kind of like, he's taking the voice, not saying he is the person throwing the party, but or running the jungle. Right? I'm not saying he's the king of the jungle, but at the same time, he's taking the voice of someone who's enabling these behaviors and feeding your addiction, or feeding the things that you want. Maybe we got the material things you want, we got the money, we got the clothes, we got the fashion, we got everything you want to be. You want to be a model? Oh, we got it over here. But before you do, you're gonna have to pay up. And it's kind of like, and in that sense, it's like you're gonna have to sacrifice, right? He says, I want to see you bleed and I want to hear you scream. It's like you're gonna have to shed blood, you're gonna have to make sacrifices. You know what? No, this is getting kind of spiritual now. Now that I think about it, it is getting kind of spiritual. He said, welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. We got everything you want, honey. We know the names. We are the people that can find whatever you may need. If you got money, honey, we got your disease. That is deep, man. That's hella layered. Hella layered.
Huh?
Surprisingly, I don't know this song. I don't know this song. I thought, 600 million views. I thought this would be a song I know. And the concept of Welcome to the Jungle, I feel like I was gonna know. I just feel like that title alone is popular. And maybe I heard it and it just didn't stick with me. I don't know. Maybe I heard it a long time ago. This is an older song, so I don't know if it's been in any movies lately. But yeah, it's just one of those that I felt like, okay, I feel like I'm gonna know this one. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt when I saw the title, but it's not ringing a bell. But either way, it's rad.
Huh?
Turning into a rock star. What am I saying? Rad. I've never used rad before in my life. Why does he look like a young Johnny Depp for some reason? I don't know why Axel looks like young Johnny Depp, but I wanted to see what he said here. He said, watch you bring it to your, he said, knees. That's what he was saying. Oh, bring you down to your knees. Damn, I want to watch you bleed. Yeah, it's a little deep right there.
I wanna watch you bleed. Welcome to the jungle. We take it day by day.
I love his style.
You wanna joke, gonna bleed, but it's the price you pay. And you're a very sexy girl. It's very hard to bleed. You can taste the bright lights, but you won't get them for free. In the jungle, welcome to the jungle. Feel my serpentine. I wanna hear you scream.
Look at my boy. Howard Stern with a guitar. Don't kill me, Guns N' Roses fans. Don't kill me. He just looks like Howard Stern.
Welcome to the jungle. It gets worse here every day. Learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. If you gotta hunger for what you see, you'll take it eventually. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. In the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your knees? I'm gonna watch you bleed.
Damn. So yeah, it does have a dark sentiment to it. I mean, welcome to the jungle. It gets worse every day. You learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. If you got a hunger for what you see, you'll take it eventually. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. Welcome to the jungle, man. I want to watch you bleed. I mean, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. I mean, that line does, like, I'm gonna. It gets worse every day. The intro of that verse. I mean, it feels. It feels important to the song because the song keeps like escalating psychologically, right? And at first, the jungle sounded exciting, in the beginning. Now it sounds a little bit exhausting to me, like as I'm hearing, as we get to that part, because now we're getting later in the song, and I just feels like it goes a little deeper into what your environment is, and the more I guess normal dysfunctions become for you as you stay longer in the jungle. I guess you learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. Oh man, that's crazy. I just feel like in a as far as lyrically, I do like the way they're painting this right now. I like the way he's kind of like he's not taking the typical route. This is much different from Eagles because Eagles is a little more of a conscious route. They was getting the sounds are smoother, the sonically I'm not gonna say more pleasing, but definitely sonically more relaxed. You know what I'm saying? You had the drummer singing at the same time. That was pretty abstract for me. I've never seen anything like that before. Y'all let me know if there's other people doing that. But him like leading the song and playing the drums, that was just blowing my mind. But here, I feel like lyrically it's different because they are actually touching on the same things. They just sound more like the participants of this party. And I don't really think he's saying he's a participant. I think he's saying, man, this is what goes down in here. And he's just keeping it real with you. He's being real raw. So you learn to live like an animal in the jungle where we play. It's like, I think that's like an acceptance role. It's kind of like, bro, you just learn to live with it because there's no escaping this. Kind of like when they said in the Eagles song, he said, you could check out, but you could never leave though. If you got a hunger for what you see, you'll take it eventually. So that's like that almost that to me sounds more like an addiction psychology almost. That verbiage anyway. So the jungle keeps, I guess, exposing people to temptation until temptation becomes the identity of those who are like fighting this urge, right? At first you're curious, right? You want to go into the jungle, you want to see what's going on, what all the glitz and glam is all about. You want to be popular, you want fame, I don't know, whatever these people are into, right? And then that curiosity turns into normalization, and then eventually you become a part of it. And I feel like that progression is written throughout this entire song. So I definitely like the writing of it. The writing is very lyrical. You can have anything you want, but you better not take it from me. I feel like that line really exposes the hypocrisy almost, not on a deep level, but just underneath the glamour. Because if you feel like underneath all the partying, and excitement, there's still greed, right? And there's also still like this territorial behavior, almost like ego and competition, like I said earlier, right? So there's a selfishness there, and you got to be aware of people who move like that. So at the end of the day, yeah, we got everything you need, but it ain't sweet over here. You can get killed for it, or you'll have to kill for it, or you'll have to sacrifice something or someone for it. Like you will be shed, blood will be shed, and everybody is gonna get excited when they see the blood shed. And it's just, they want to hear you bleed, they want to hear you scream. I think he's speaking from the voice of everybody at the party, not necessarily him, right? Or he could just be talking about himself. Like these are the voices talking to him when he got into the music industry or Hollywood or whatever the case may be. Really good, really good. I like this, man, because in the sense of like, you better not take it from me. It's like everybody wants everything pretty much. So until someone else threatens their position, watch it bring you to your knees. I mean, it's just, this song is just different, man. I've never heard anything like this before. A lot of souls were captured in Hollywood, man.
When you're high, you never ever wanna come down. So down, so down, so down.
Boy Slash. Uh-oh. I know this is a classic.
My serpentine jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your knees? Ease down in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Won't you bring it to your? It's gonna bring you down.
Damn. He said, and when you're high, you never want to come down. That right there is the trap. Whether they mean drugs or not, whatever, because, you know, there's many ways you could look at it. Fame, adrenaline, success, pleasure, or just lifestyle addictions that a lot of people go through, right, in this realm of Hollywood or whatever the case may be. The music business, maybe he's talking specifically about the music business, the rock and roll industry, maybe even this is their introduction. This is how they were introduced to the business, right? Like this is what that's what I'm saying. Like it could be a point of view where this is someone talking to them as they came in, and it seems like, yeah, their souls might have been captured as well. Quite possibly, this could be a very deep rooted song, and we could just be taking it for just what I've noticed a lot. By the way, I'm not saying this is all rock fans, but what I've noticed a lot by rock fans is they like to simplify the songs in protection of their favorite rock bands. They'll like simplify the song, like, no, that's not what he means. It's not that deep. It's not spiritual. It's just drugs, and it's just like, you understand that this person didn't make it specifically about drugs. They left it open for interpretation so that different people can connect to it, not just addicts. You know, people who are spiritual can connect to them. You know, people who are dealing with just other types of depression or fame or anything that has like a self-destructive mechanism to it, they can connect to it. That's one thing that's like, it gets a little territorial even with the fans. It's like, I had one group of fans telling me like, no, that's not what they meant. He said it in an interview that it's not about Hollywood or the secret societies. It's like, would he say it was in an interview? Like, would he say it was? Like, think about that. Like, would he say, yeah, this is actually about the music industry and Hollywood and how they treat us when we first got into the music business, and everybody's a devil and they want your soul and you really have to sacrifice people. New World Order is taking over. Oh, my control. Like, they're not going to say that. They're not gonna say that. They have to sugarcoat it. Like some of these guys actually sold their souls, and it is what it is. And rappers do it too. Like some of these guys sign NDAs. Some of these guys can't speak on certain things, and it is what it is. So you can't expect them to always be transparent in an interview with freaking Jimmy from MTV. Like they're not just gonna give it up like that. You know what I mean? We got more Guns N' Roses coming. I think it's called Patience. And what's the other one? Oh, Rocket Queen. So we'll be doing those soon. I probably don't have the hype button right now. I heard I had the hype button back, and then people started saying I didn't have the hype button. But if it's there, make sure you hype it up. I appreciate it. Like, get in the comment section, give me some backstory, teach me some, and let me know what you thought about the reaction. We out.